What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Draft to Glory. We're still on the main account right now because the new video that went live yesterday has only just gone live, so I don't know if you guys wanted me to restart, or not restart, but start again and see if it's still applicable this late in FIFA. As you can see from the transfers, it says one, I've already cleared it, but that Mario Götze indeed did sell for 5,500 coins. So in yesterday's draft, we won it. And we made a little bit of profit. Now, two things. First things first, you want any Nepo Designs t-shirts, link is in the description below. There's some new colours for summer and a new design out too. And secondly, if you guys could drop a smash a like on the video, would be much appreciated. Honestly, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys still sticking by Draft to Glory after all this time. So we're going to go with the 4-3-1-2. We won the last time we used the 4-3-1-2. Look at that for a captain. Man of the match, Modric. Zlatan, Messi, Bale, Di Maria. They're not great captains, to be perfectly honest. We'll take Leo Messi. Maybe it'll be a super sub, maybe a starter, who knows. And then our striker, Jesus Christ. I should have gone with Ibra now, shouldn't I? Because that Shane Long actually might be quite decent. Smolov, not bad, but not many Russian links to put him up there. So we'll take Shane Long, and maybe we're going for another BPL team. We'll see what we get. I mean, we could. I don't want to go with Harry Kane. I do want to go with Antoine Griezmann, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and develop this. We could just play Messi up there if needs be. Although now we're going to have to go with Herrera. But actually, that's not too bad having Herrera there, because Herrera will get links with BPL and Spanish players. So we can still go La Liga / BPL with the team that we've got so far. What are these players? This is giving me nothing huge. So there's no La Liga players here, which means it's going to have to be Savet. His card is trash, and he's probably not going to be in the starting 11, but we're going to have to take him. And, whoa, like, what? Seriously, what is going on? We're going to have to take Gomes. Look at the players we've got. We've got the informed Messi and the informed Griezmann. We've got a few of the rubbish team of the season players. And then we've got low-rated informs and low-rated cards. We need some special players for this team. Like, I can't live with a team like this. This will not do. This is more like it. And Ben Yat is going to have to be the player that we take here, because when we swap him over there, and then swap these two around, he now gives a link to Herrera, which is pretty decent. It's a little bit better. Just one extra player has kind of changed the team that much. And there's Hector Bellerin that we'll also take. And now I want to kind of turn that around again and put Ben Yat there. If we can get a Sergio Ramos or something like that, I'll be very, very happy. We get a Pepe, we get a Varane, a Mascherano. I'm going to take the Pepe because he gets a strong link. And I'm happy to play Hector Bellerin off Chem. I don't mind that at all. 7 Chem for Bellerin. I mean, we're 7 Chem for most players so far. However, like the Sergio Ramos or the PK, yeah, we can go with PK. That's not too bad. It gives Bellerin the perfect Chem. It opens up our opportunities for a goalkeeper to nothing. I guess we'll take Ruffier for highest rated. And then at left back, we're going to get Gaia. Are we going to take Gaia? Or do we take Felipe Luis? No, we take Gaia, because Gaia's got that pace. So, as a starting 11, this is pretty damn bad. We need a lot of players to make this team workable. We need a better cam, a better striker, 2 better midfielders, and a goalkeeper. And I mean, we can play Messi up front on 3-4 chem. That's not too much of a problem. We get Neymar, we get Matuidi, we get Bale. I'll probably take Neymar out of this. And again, it's one of those things where he won't necessarily fit into the team, and the same with Ronaldo. And there's no BPL players here to take either, which means it's going to have to be Ronaldo. And now we can put, we're at 80 chem. If we just put this full La Liga, where do we go with it? 83 chem. And in fact, if we swap those two around, no, that's still the same. And if we swap those two around, still the same. All the same. So this is pretty much where we're going to be, I think. And I'd prefer Ronaldo probably at centre midfield because it's a bit stronger. It's more chem than having Savet, Herrera and Long. Still not ideal, but having Messi, Neymar and Ronaldo in the same team, much, much better. And having the 98 Ronaldo as well is solid. Ooh, we get Footies Ozil. Not that it makes any difference. Hummels and Royce don't fit. Nainggolan doesn't fit. David Silva, much like Herrera, I mean, I guess we're going La Liga now, so it just doesn't really work. But because there's no La Liga players here, I'm tempted to either take David Silva in case we have to go BPL or take Royce for a super sub because we don't have any good subs right now. So we'll take Marco Royce for that super sub. And we'll look... Oh, God, Silva's. We do get one La Liga and it's Inaki Williams. So we'll take him just for the sake of it. And again, honestly, guys, this is one of the worst draft options that I think I've ever had. We're going to have to go Felipe Luis. And in fact, taking Felipe Luis probably helps us for chemistry. In no way, actually. I thought it might have helped us, but it doesn't. We really, really need a goalkeeper. I'm going to go for the goalkeeper last just to see where we're at. We get Bosingwa, we get Maicon. Nothing again that helps us with the team. So I'll take Maicon because he will actually make a good super sub as a centre mid or a defender. We get Chica there, who does, like, we don't, I mean, he's Liga Adelante anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. We'll take Leyoun again for a good super sub. He's actually got a very nice card. And then next up, we've got Costa, Ruiz, El Shaarawy, Hamsik, and Topal. We'll take Costa for a super sub. Again, not everyone's a super sub. Oh, Footy's Willian, that's more like it. That's the kind of card that I want to see. Footy's Willian, high, 4-star, 4-star. Really good card, actually. He will make a good centre midfielder as a substitute if we need him. Finally starting to get some decent players. Okay, so we've got either Lewandowski, Ibrahimovic, Sanchez, or Di Maria. I do like Sanchez. He doesn't fit into the team, but he will go on the bench very nice indeed. And now we need a La Liga goalkeeper. It's imperative. And Keylor Navas is who I'll go with. That's going to put us up to 89 chemistry, which is pretty much going to be the maximum that we're going to get, which is quite disappointing. But in terms of the bench, we've got some decent players for the bench. Can we improve? I don't understand why, if we put Felipe Luis there at 89, no, that doesn't work. Did that actually help us putting Felipe Luis there instead of Ronaldo? No, it didn't. So we'll keep it like that. We'll keep is the bench the highest? See what rating we get. I mean, it's an 87 rated team. It might be an 88 rated team if we put Felipe Luis in there. It is an 88 rated team. So it's 88 rated, but it's not going to get the... It's not going to get the chem that we need. I'd prefer Leyoun on there instead of Felipe Luis. Now, in terms of subs, Royce, Sanchez, Willian, and Maicon specifically are very, very good for subs. In terms of the team, Bellerin is amazing. PK's good. Pepe looks amazing. Keylor Navas, I mean, he's hit and miss. I've used him a lot in the game, and sometimes he plays well, sometimes he doesn't. Gaia is good. Ronaldo, Gomez and Benyat are decent. Gomez might come out quite early on for like either a Maicon or a Willian in centre midfield there. Messi at cam is legit. Neymar and Griezmann up front. Can't complain about that. Is there any way to improve the chem that I'm just not seeing? I'm sure there is, and I'm sure it's just me being an idiot not seeing it. We lose chem there. We lose chem everywhere else. I don't think we're going to go any more of that. So we'll take the manager now and see what we get. He keeps us at 89. He keeps us at 89. He puts us up to 90. He keeps us at 89, and he puts us up to 90. So I'll actually go with the Portuguese manager because we have more Portuguese players than we don't. And the top 5 players there, 98 Ronaldo, Benyat, and Rufio. And what I'm actually going to do, guys, is I'm going to work out the value of this team. And for a few times in Draft the Glory, we're going to see if we can get like some really expensive teams out of it. You know, picking rare players that just aren't on the market much, etc. I don't know how much this team goes for. Like, if you bought all of these in regular Ultimate Team, not in Draft Mode, I don't know how much it will cost you. I would guess something like 6 million, but we'll see by the title exactly how much the team goes for. I actually do like this team. It's a solid team. It needs a few changes in-game if we're not doing so great in the game, but that was the team. Let's get into the gameplay. Alright guys, because of the first draft, I don't even think I'm going to show you the gameplay of the first draft, because the first draft was absolutely woeful. I lost 2-1 in, to a late goal in a very close game, to be fair. I'm going to draft again, because I just wasn't happy with that. Let's go with the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. We haven't used it in a while. We haven't really been using formations with wingers recently. We'll take that Thomas Muller as well. Now, we've got the centre-forward Muller in at cam, so Aubameyang and Lewandowski right now would be fantastic. And there is that team of the season, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and that is a great start to this new draft. We also get Torres, Dybala, Benzema, Higuain, and Jonas. None of them from the Bundesliga, so let's take Fernando Torres, because if we get team of the season Koke at any point, job done. We get ourselves Iniesta. Iniesta would actually be alright as well. It would give Torres up to 7 chem. Pogba doesn't fit. Cazorla is a bit there. Toni Kroos would be alright. We would also get Torres to 7 chem. Maybe we can take Footy's Kroos actually. That wouldn't be too bad. Obviously gets that link with Muller. But Koke is exactly what we're looking for. We get 92 Iniesta. Again, no Bundesliga players. So we'll take 92 Iniesta and we'll do that and it will be better for the chem. And I think if we put actually... in fact, is that help? That doesn't help. We actually need a link for Aubameyang. We need like a Bundesliga player, but not really Bender. Bender's not who I would have gone for, but we'll take him for now and put him up on that left-hand side. Boom. So, Muller needs 1 link. Kroos obviously needs the defensive links. Iniesta is going to need 1 link, and Torres needs 1 link. So we're still, you know, this isn't the best of teams, but I actually already like this team a little bit more than what we had before. We've got 1 Spanish there. We get a Bundesliga Spanish right back in Koke, who we'll take because he gives a link there to Iniesta, which is nice. We get Godin, we get Mascherano. Mascherano is not really what we're looking for, but then neither is Godin. I kind of want Mascherano because we always take Godin, don't we? So we'll take. I mean, Musacchio as well would be pretty decent, but we'll take Mascherano there. Koulibaly doesn't work. Pepe would be nice. Bartra would be solid. Matthew would be solid. Because of the amount of strong links we get, like Kroos would obviously get 2 links. Pepe could then go to the right-hand side. If we get like a Dani Alves, we'll be fine for the right back. Let's take Pepe. We had him in the last draft where we actually did bad, but hopefully things will look up for us. And we again didn't really get what we need here, but we'll take Wendt anyway. And this team already, for me, is far, far better than the first team that we had. 91 chem, 89 rated, and some really good players. Like the last team had a whole bunch of like low-rated players and stuff. Now, if we could get the players that we need, I'll be very happy. What do we get here? We get Rudiger, Distan. I mean, none of these are ever really going to be in the team. We'll take Rudiger in case. Like, actually, Rudiger probably helps Kem. Oh, no, Rudiger hurts Kem massively. I guess because of the goalkeeper. But we are going to need some players that are going to fit this team. Benzema not being one of them. Neymar, Bale, and Di Maria also don't fit, but we'll take Neymar as a super sub, and he definitely won't be starting this time. We get that Willian card again. We get Kyle Walker. It's a shame that he doesn't fit. I'll take Willian as a super sub again. We didn't get to use him in the last draft. Aguero, do we have an Argentine? We don't have anything to fit for Aguero. Griezmann, again, I mean, no, we don't, nothing. Griezmann doesn't really help. And Zonzi doesn't help either. Jesus Christ. Does Nzonzi help us at all? I don't think Nzonzi helps. So we'll take, I guess, Gerrard. Gerrard might be nice to have on the bench as well. We'll take Gerrard as a super sub. I could have gone with Aguero there as a super sub, but we'll take a midfield option. San Jose doesn't help because of Iniesta. Although, no, Iniesta has perfect chem. Muller needs 1 link, so we need a Bayern midfielder. That's kind of what we need. We need a, well, actually, we need a Dortmund German midfielder, really, don't we? We could go with Khedira here, although he doesn't fit. Vardy just doesn't work. Although Vardy's probably the best player there to pick, so we'll take Jamie Vardy. So we're stuck here. We kind of need Alaba and a Bayern. No, that wouldn't even work. I don't even know what we need. I don't even know what we need. We just need to get lucky. We need some Bundesliga players. Corp isn't what we're looking for. We've got La Liga down the right-hand side, Bundesliga on the middle, on the left-hand side, and Germany in the middle. We'll take Miranda for that super defensive option. And again, nothing here to help. We get Luna, who doesn't help. We get, I mean, Juanfran. Juanfran probably does help, doesn't he? Yeah, Juanfran gives us 3 bonus chemistry there. He definitely won't be playing, but he's actually got better pace and better physical than Koke, and only a 9 worse defending. That's actually not the end of the world. But here's where we need to get lucky. We need Bundesliga players. We haven't got any Bundesliga players so far, so we'll take Kaka. I'll tell you some of the people that you never really see. Robben and Ribéry, you hardly ever see in draft, do you? Krykowiak doesn't fit. Ben Arfa doesn't fit. Konoplyanka just doesn't fit. Hutchinson doesn't fit. Who would be the best super sub here? Probably Krykowiak would make a good defensive option for the sub. Right, here we go. We've got some choices now. See, we could take Royce and play him. We could play him at left centre mid. Actually, Muller already has. Muller already has the chem. We could... I'm going to have to take Royce here. I'm going to have to see what the chemistry does when I do what I think I'm going to do. Arteta, Depay, we'll take Salah as well. So what a nice team we've got, to be fair. I'm thinking if we do that and then do that, that keeps us on 89 chemistry. That's not great. So Kroos will have to go into that CDM spot. Swapping those two around puts us up to 97 chem. The only players off chem are Muller, Wendt and Torres. So, and obviously Bender as well. So a German or Bundesliga manager should get us to 100 chem. Right, he does get us to 100 chem. That puts 7 chem for the minimum. And this guy also 100 chem. So the German manager is all we're getting here. And I guess we'll take him. So we do get a 188. It'd actually be higher than a 188. It'd probably be a 189 after I sort the bench out. Let's see what we can do with the bench. So we'll get Adler off for Neymar. We'll get Koke off for Willian. And we'll take off Krykowiak for Gerrard. Does Gerrard beats him for pace? So it's a 189. Yeah, it's a 189. That's all right. For super subs, Neymar, Willian, Gerrard, Kaka, Royce, Salah. Like, I can see myself taking off Bender pretty quickly for probably Royce on that left-hand side. I can see myself taking off the right back pretty quickly for... I probably will put Miranda at right back, to be honest. 82 pace, medium work rates, good defending and physical. He would be a decent right back there. Alternatively, we could play Steven Gerrard at right back as well. 82 pace, good defending and physical, medium, 6 foot. But we'll see what we do with the changes when we get into the game. This is the second team. Let's get into the action. Okay guys, so a very short amount of gameplay for you today. As you can probably tell from the first draft, I put the first 2 drafts in at once, and then we're going to put all the gameplay before the packs. And the first opponent we come up against, he's actually got a really nice team. The right-hand side of the team, a little lacking. Obviously, a silver goalkeeper, which he changed pretty quickly on. But in general, it's actually a very nice team. And things started off pretty well for me. I was dominating the early proceedings of the game. Lionel Messi there threads that through to Andre Gomez. Cristiano Ronaldo finds a little bit of space on the edge of the box there. Evades the tackle, ball roll into the Ronaldo chop or the Neymar chop. A couple of step overs into the box, shoots and scores. Absolutely fantastic goal. However, this game was actually a really close game. It was very tight between the two of us, and on the stroke of half-time, I gave away a very silly free kick. Neymar passed it into Felipe Luis. Neymar picks up the loose ball again. I did get a tackle in with Pepe, I do believe, that Ben Yat, sorry, and it popped straight back to Ben Arfa, who then shoots and scores. So quite unfortunate to concede right there on the stroke of half-time. And then into the second half, a brilliant bit of play from my opponent with Lionel Messi here. Like, just really poor defending from me. I'm using second man press, and yet I still didn't cover the space. And all that basically that unlocked this whole game was that one play. It was a very even game. It could have gone either way, and one lazy piece of defending is what cost me this game. Both keepers coming up big with saves. Possession was quite even. Chances was very even, as you see on the screen right now. It was just a really even game that was, you know, literally decided by one piece of idiotic defending on my part. Into the next game we go, and this is arguably the best team I've ever seen in draft. Yes, he's got left centre mid, left centre back that are weak, but he's got 5 team of the year players, 2 team of the season, the 97 Ronaldo, that 80 rated Bakambu. It's generally a phenomenal squad. Like, I don't think I've ever seen 5 team of the years in one foot draft, so that's awesome. But things again started off really well for us. 27 minutes in, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang using and abusing that pace in at the near post there, takes a shot, scores the goal, and we go 1-0 up after 27 minutes. But once again, a very even game, and this was a game that was actually decided not by stupid defending, although I did concede a pretty weak goal here after tackling Messi. I thought I had possession, it fell back to him, but this game was decided by super keepers, and you guys would have experienced it a lot, and there's not a lot you can do about it when it happens, but in this instant, every single shot I had, whether it be a good shot, a long shot, a weak shot, a near post shot, a far post shot, a finesse shot, it didn't make any difference. My opponent's keeper was just plucking it out of the air like it was absolutely nothing, and then my All Black was doing silly things like parrying weak shots right into Messi's head. And although the game was even, I'm no excuses in that sense. I'm not saying I deserve to win this by any stretch of the imagination. It just is a little bit upsetting when a super keeper is the thing that decides the game rather than skill. But credit to my opponent, he did what was necessary of him and that pretty much signals the end of the gameplay. And as you guys will see again by these match stats, another very even game. So 2 even games that I unfortunately fall on the wrong side of defeat for. That's the end of the gameplay, guys. Let's get into the packs. So guys, once again, we lose in the first round. That's actually twice in a row, and in both games, and I would have shown gameplay of both games. We went 1-0 up in both games, and I was actually relatively comfortable in both. And then as soon as my opponents scored to equalise, it's like the game just changed and I couldn't do anything. I actually really enjoyed playing with this team. For the one game that we played with them, I had a lot of fun with it. I thought, like I said, I thought I was actually the better player in the game. I just feel like, I don't know, his keeper made some big saves for some of my shots. Tony Kroos had a couple of bangers that on another day probably would have gone in. But hey, that's FIFA for you. It doesn't make any difference really at this stage. So we're going to claim another prize here, and it's going to be pretty much the same as the first prize. So we're going to end up with 4 gold packs and 2 silver player packs as our reward. And we're going to see what we get in them. You never know. You never know what you're going to get. It could be quite good. Look at that. We get a gold player in a silver players pack. It's only Lambert, unfortunately. We get this guy. Wow. Juventus left wing with 82 pace. Yeah, that's not bad. He's 1,000 coins. That's all right, that is. You know, goes some way to helping recoup some of the losses that we put in. And once again, I know it looks like I don't have many coins compared to what we had a few months ago. But in fact, our coin balance is way higher. As you probably can or maybe can't see, because of my face cam might be there, but we have like over 1,500 items in the club. And the reason why I haven't sold them yet is because I wanted to wait until the footies were out of packs and the regular packs were back before selling things, because now the price of consumables and players is going to go up, which is actually going to help me make more coins in this series. So that's kind of where we're at with this one, guys. We get ourselves Mario Rui as our face card there. We get a rare contract, few fitness cards. Like the fitness cards were going for 300 yesterday. They might already be up to 350, 400. 350. Oh yeah, there you go. So 350. So you know we've got a lot of fitness cards, a lot of squad fitness cards, a lot of position modifiers, healing cards, etc., etc. So hopefully we can sell all of that on and come away with, I reckon there's anywhere between 250 and 400,000 coins worth of items in the club. And it is going to take me a long time to go through it. 1,500 items is not quick to get through, but I will most definitely do it at some point. So we get ourselves Enquiries there. He did have an Iron Man of the Match card at one point. We did get also a rare player, Rudiger. See, now Rudiger's not a bad player to get. I think he goes for like, what, 700-800 coins? Yeah, maybe 1,000, 800 there, no bid. But yeah, I'd say like 700-800 coins for him, which isn't too bad. Of course, when you lose 2 times in a row in the first round, you don't really expect to get anything from your packs, and the fact that there's no footies, no man of the match, nothing in. I think there's 1 gold inform. The best we can hope for is probably a silver inform in a gold pack, which we're not going to get. But once again, you know, that's FIFA for you. I did have fun with these games, these 2 teams that we played with, and the title will be probably the value of the highest team that we built, which I think will probably be the second team. It might be the first team, I don't know. But that is going to be the end of the video for today, guys. So if you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.